Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. You see the thumbnail. It's about that time. Mock draft season in full effect. If you follow me on social media, I already put out a bunch of mock drafts. This is going to be the first official video mock draft for the 2024 season. I took my time. I wanted to, wait a little bit to after free agency, after the combine, stuff like that. That way I can get a real true assessment on what's going on, looking at the team, the needs and stuff like that. And we're finally here. And guess what? If you're a New York Giants fan, like I'm a New York Giants fan, if you're excited for the upcoming draft, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Again, this is just going to be the first mock draft, and I do use mock draft simulators. These are tricky things. Sometimes they don't quite cooperate with them being real or realistic, I should say. But again, that's why we have multiple mock drafts, 1.0, 2.0, however you want to do it. So this is going to be the official first mock draft of the 2024 season for me on this channel. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So I will be using PFF for this mock draft this time around. I do use also the NFL mock draft simulator and also PFN. But for this first one, I am going to use PFF. So I have the rounds at 7, New York Giants selected. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. All right. And I will not be doing trades this time around. Just don't feel the need to do that. I just want to jump in. Don't want to spend a lot of time on this or use up too much of your time. I like to get right down to business. So let's go. Okay, so right off the bat, let's see what's happening. So we got 3 quarterbacks going in a row. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and then you see Marvin Harrison and Malik Nabers. This is very, very realistic so far. I would probably swap out Jaden Daniels and Drake May for Washington and the Patriots. But outside of that, this is very, very realistic right now. So with those 3 quarterbacks going, you come into that scenario where, how do you feel about Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy? Are these 2 guys really, really worthy of the 6th pick? In my opinion, again, this is my opinion, absolutely, I would take those guys. I think Michael Penix is the best pure quarterback in this draft. The big knock on him are the injuries. J.J. McCarthy, another guy. People knock him because you haven't seen enough production. Michigan had one of the best rushing offenses in a long time, and it actually kind of hurt, even though they won a lot of games. And when JJ McCarthy needed to make plays, he was able to make those plays more often than not. It's having that kind of run offense kind of hurt him. So in this particular situation, let's see who's available. I already know what you guys are thinking, and it's right there, Rome Odunze, right? And for me, for this video purposes, again, this is mock draft 1.0. I'm taking Rome Odunze. That might piss a couple people off, but it is what it is. Again, this is a mock draft. All right, so now we're picking at 47. This is the one we got from the Seattle Seahawks in the Leonard Williams trade. Just want to see who's available right now. So we did go with Rome Odunze. Passed on Michael Penix, and look what happens right now. Michael Penix is sitting there at 47. Now here's the thing. I don't believe Michael Penix will be available. I don't think he'll be available in round 2. Some people might argue with me about that, but I don't believe he'll be there in round 2. But for this video, for this mock draft, Michael Penix is available, and for me, I got Rome Odunze already. This is a no-brainer. Like, normally I would go look to see what some of these other options are, but at this point, if I draft my wide receiver number 1 and I got a chance to get Michael Penix in the 2nd round, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm not gonna waste no time. Go ahead and grab Michael Penix. Pause. All right, so next we got pick 70. And again, I'm just running through this one real quick. So just to recap, we got Rome Odunze, we got Michael Penix. So we got a quarterback, we got a wide receiver. In this situation at pick 70, I'm probably looking at the best cornerback available, the best safety, the best defensive lineman, best linebacker. That's where I'm looking at. Safety possibly too, depending on what's available. Let's go ahead and see what's available. Okay, Xavier Leggett is still on the board. I already picked up Rome Odunze. Should I double dip? Should I just add Xavier Leggett to this wide receiver room. We got one more year with Darius Slayton. Can I go ahead and boost this wide receiver room again with a Rome Odunze, Xavier Legette, and then I got Wan'Dale Robinson and Jalen Hyatt after that. That would be a fantastic room, but let's go ahead and see what else is available. Spencer Rattler is still there. Good to know. I do like the running back Jalen Wright, but for me, personally, in my opinion, I'm not taking a running back until the 4th round. That's just me. I don't care, even if it's Blake Corum there and you see he is available. I'm not taking a running back until day 3. Javon Baker's there. So obviously, position of need, I would say that we definitely need a cornerback. We definitely need a safety. So let's go ahead and see what's available in those 2 rooms. Looking at the safeties available, Kitchens is there. Kitchens is there. He is falling down too because of his RAS score, because of his combine. They don't like the speed with the 4.6. Kalen Bullock is still here. He's another guy that early on in this process, as soon as the college season was over, he was looked at as like a second rounder. You see him dropping to the 3rd, but you see his rank. You see him available in the 3rd, but you see his rank is 97. So he's fallen a lot. So I'm not liking the safety options that much. Let's go to cornerback and see what we can find with cornerback. All right, with the cornerbacks, Max Melton is available. Now we're picking 70, and Max Melton is ranked 80. I like the value right there for Max Melton, and he's from Jersey. So shout out to Jersey, shout out to Max Melton. Rutgers right here. Can give you some slot corner. Can he play outside? Not really, but do you really need an outside corner right now? Yes, you do. You absolutely do. But the value of having a Max Melton here is too high for me to give up right here. I like the way he tests. I like his tape. Physical corner. Can play the slot a little bit. Can play boundary. Can help and run support. I'm going to go with Max Melton right here for pick 70. Didn't mean to do all that. Let me go ahead and get out of there and select Max Melton. Okay, so now we're getting into 4th round, pick 107. Now, this is where the bread and butter, or this is where you need to be knocking these picks out of the park. We haven't had the best of luck, in the later rounds under Joe Schoen in a lot of people's opinion. But again, just to recap again, we got Rome Odunze, we got Michael Penix, we got Max Melton. We definitely need some defensive interior help. That's a 3 technique. Somebody to play next to Dexter Lawrence, or play with Dexter Lawrence. Still need a safety as well with the departure of Xavier McKinney. I do like the wide receiver Javon Baker right here, but again, we already have a wide receiver. And then Trey Benson. Trey Benson is still available here. So if Trey Benson is available right here in the 4th round, and again, I told you guys, I want to pick. I'm not picking a running back until the 4th round. Trey Benson is here, ranked 86. We're picking at 107. If Trey Benson is really here in real life, like I'm adding him. I'm adding him to the running back room. We picked up Singletary. We have Eric Gray. We have Brightwell. Last year of his contract. Trey Benson is high value right here. I'm going ahead with Trey Benson. I don't want to think about it too much. Okay, so now we're getting to the 5th round, pick 141. Pick 141. And then maybe you look, Mason Smith is off the board right before we pick with the Chargers. And let's see here. Another good running back here, Isaac Guerendo. I learned a lot about him after the combine. Wingo was here. Okay. I do like, he's probably going to be high on my list right here. Wingo's high on my list. And for guys that follow me too, Logan Lee is one of those high motor. He is a high motor defensive tackle. In an odd front, he will be a 3 technique. I like him so much. You guys might not like him as much as I do. When I say I like a guy with an endless motor, has good pass rush and run stopping ability, that's Logan Lee out of Iowa. So he's already coming out of Iowa, so he's coached well. For me, and again, a lot of people don't talk about Logan Lee. I suggest you guys go ahead and look him up and do some research, because I'm taking him right now. Logan Lee at pick 141, ranked 147. I think that's good value for him. He might surprise a lot of people. Okay, and then the last pick. Now, when you're talking about this last pick, you would like them to add some value, especially on special teams. And we do need a safety still. And at this point, the safety that you pick up or the guy that you're picking up here, you're not looking at him or penciling him in to be a contributor right away. If he does, fantastic. I do like Terheeb still out of Maryland. Let's see who else is available though. Jordan Jefferson is still here. Well, we just picked up Logan Lee. Do we double dip? You know, you're just trying to look for gems in this situation. And sometimes you don't want to overdo it or you don't want to overthink it. But in this situation, I'm looking, I don't like a lot of the names that I'm seeing. Not saying that I don't like the players, but as far as the value at 183, I'm not seeing, you know, some of the guys that I would like to see, or some of the names that I like to be available. Now, let's see if Hunts is there. Small school guy, the edge Hunts. Let's see if he's available right now. Let's see if Hunts is available. Yeah, Hunts is gone. We are at 262, so no, that's not it. So, not going with Hunts. Tight end is pretty much solidified right now. There's no rush to get a tight end. I'm going to double dip. I'm going to double dip with the defensive line. I'll let Jordan Jefferson and Logan Lee pretty much battle it out. Let's see if I... All right, so let's get out of there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Jefferson right here. I like out of LSU. You know, I know we're filling up that defensive line. But again, Roches is older. Got to get rid of him eventually. Jordan Riley should be in that heavy in this rotation. DJ Davison, another young guy, but can be replaceable. We lost Ashawn Robinson. I'm going to go ahead and double dip and go ahead and snatch up Jordan Jefferson right here. And let's see what kind of grade we get. So let it run through. Let's see what kind of grade PFF gave us for this draft. Okay. All right, moment of truth. Again, just to recap, Rome Odunze, Michael Penix, Max Melton, just those first two picks, fantastic. Teaming these, getting these guys back together in the NFL. They already have a chemistry, fantastic. Max Melton, Trey Benson. So I got an A, B minus, B plus for Logan Lee. I told you, people. I told you he's a sleeper. Jordan Jefferson, B plus. So we got an A. Overall draft grade was an A. That's a good job for me. I'm good with that. Again, this is Mock Draft 1.0. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments down below. And I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.